I think that is fundamentally important with dealing with a technology that is developing as quickly as this, is make sure you're pointing it at the right problems.
So if you just look at the whole sectors and you start just looking at the things that people try to predict, this is one of the very, very few things that human beings actually can predict.
There is a lot we can learn from startups and tech firms about how we approach things like science. But at the moment, a lot of the AI power is in the hands of big tech firms, and we have to, when we're talking about ethics, we have to understand the motivations of these big organizations.
So the whole debate has moved much more into how do you create the tools, the systems that allow people to interrogate this data, to do something with this data without having to own a massive kind of infrastructure.
It's not just going to be like a random startup at Silicon Valley that's going to be able to solve the storage crisis when it comes to renewable energy. It's probably going to come from some level of research. But I think there's also should be a massive push on how do we actually just manage our energy better, how do we manage our resources better, and that I don't necessarily think those questions are going to come from a published paper, but the technologies and some of the advancements might come out the lab.
So this is an incredibly privacy invasive data that we have to manage well, because if we don't, we're going to throw away the insights that people are quite willing to give away about, say, energy efficiency for certain purposes, or about grid management and balancing. But people are going to feel very uncomfortable with this, because you can infer things and fill in the gaps, and that can work really well and really uncontentiously in some situations and not others.
With these kind of issues that are complex and you really need to bring whole communities, as you were saying, it's not just a question that there is going to be somebody in a tower that is going to make a decision and crunch the data. You need to lower the entry point. You need to allow more people to actually be able to look at this data, and there are all kind of privacy considerations and so on. But if you crack that, suddenly you allow things to move faster.